Good evening, sports fans. Welcome to Sports Madison. It's late Tuesday night, January 12th, 2016 here. I'm Peter Wiggins here. Let's start off at Madison Square Garden in New York City, where the Boston Celtics squared off against the New York Knicks at Madison Square Garden. And the first quarter, the New York Knicks sped off and took a 36-27 lead in the first quarter. And then the Celtics went at halftime break, trailing 59-49. But then the Celtics made things interesting in the third quarter with Carmelo Anthony out. They made this an interesting third quarter as they made it a 32-26 third quarter to trail the Knickerbockers by only 4 points at 85-81 here. And then the Celtics kept on fighting here, and they took the lead a couple of times, but the Knicks were too much as Boston Celtics scored a 34-point performance by Isaiah Thomas as they fall to the New York Knickerbockers 120-114 as Chris Staples got 26 points and Aaron Fall 24 points in a win for the Knicks. Next up for the Celtics, they'll be back in the Garden on Wednesday night for a date with the Indiana Pacers here. Okay, take a look at the NBA scores on this Tuesday night here. Speaking of the Pacers, they defeat the Phoenix Suns 160-97 here. San Antonio Spurs over the Detroit Pistons 109-99. Houston Rockets over the Memphis Grizzlies 92-85. 5:40-11 in the fourth quarter. Chicago Bulls leading the Milwaukee Bucks 91-87. 2:34-11 in the fourth quarter. Oklahoma City Thunder leading the Minnesota Timberwolves 91-86. 2:38-11 in the third quarter. Dallas Mavericks leading the Cleveland Cavaliers 68-63, and Los Angeles Lakers and New Orleans Pelicans get underway by 10:30 p.m. on in LA, which is 7:30 p.m. their time. Okay, take a look at some NHL scores here. St. Louis Blues are leading the New Jersey Devils 4-2 with 16-11 in the third period here. 15-11 in the third period. Buffalo Sabres out leading the Minnesota Wild 3-1. 11:37-11 in the third. San Jose Sharks out leading the Winnipeg Jets 2-1. Through 2 periods, Chicago Blackhawks leading the Nashville Predators 3-1. 15:11 in the second period. It's Colorado Avalanche trailing the Tampa Bay Lightning 2-0 here. 14:11 in the second period. It's Edmonton Oilers out leading the Arizona Coyotes 1-0 here. New York Condors defeat the Columbus Blue Jackets 5-2. Carolina Hurricanes over the Pittsburgh Penguins 3-2 final in overtime here. Okay, look at some college basketball scores here. 9-10 in the second half. It's Creighton leading Providence 36-27 here. 15-23 left in the second half. It is Utah State 48. It's Air Force 33. 16-11 second half. It's Arkansas 53. Missouri 44. 15-54-11 in the second half. It's Vanderbilt 47. Auburn 27. 16-10 in the second half. It's Texas 56. Iowa State 46. Halftime, Nebraska 47, Minnesota 26, Michigan 44, Maryland 33 with 17:27 left in the second half. It's 18:42-11 in the first half. New Mexico 3, UNLV 2. Kansas State 83, Texas Tech 70, Dayton 80, Davidson 74. It's Seaman F. Austin 85, Central Arkansas 64, Kansas 74, West Virginia 74, Kansas 63, Xavier 84, it's DePaul 64. Virginia 66, Miami, Florida 58. It's Kentucky 80. It's Mississippi State 74. It's Texas A&M 71. It's Florida 68. Philly 81. South Florida 70. It is Northwestern 70. It's Wisconsin 65. It is Albany 80. New Hampshire 75. Final overtime. F 80. Kenosha 69. It's Bowling Green 91. It's Ohio 75. George Washington 81. Massachusetts 70. Central Michigan 92. It's Akron 81. Ball State 74. Western Michigan 64. Eastern Michigan 81. Buffalo 69. It's Kent State 76. It's Miami, Ohio 68. It's Northern Illinois 71. It's Toledo 66. It's Harvard 73. Washington 57. It's Evansville 84. It's Drake 65. Southern Illinois 81. It's Illinois State 78. It is Abilene Christian 87. It's Northwestern State 72. All right, let's take a look at some sports news here on this late Tuesday night here. Houston NFL owners voted on Tuesday night to allow the St. Louis Rams to move to a new stadium just outside Los Angeles, and the San Diego Chargers will have an option-insured facility with the. It's a difficult win in a Big 12 basketball game with 22 turnovers, leaving you over. The number one ranked Kansas Jayhawks suffocate defense by the West Virginia Mountaineers created today. On Monday night, the baseball world lost to John in the past of Hall of Fame outfielder Monty Irvin at age 96, a key figure in the education of Major League. Irvin only beat Jackie Wilson across the color line before going in the star. With number 5 as Park, Nick Saban faced the toughest rebuild in Alabama. Derek Rose says he went to the manage Chicago Bulls in his entire career. He told ESPN's Nick Friedel, Rose, who played an entire 8-year career with the Bulls since that became a free agent in 2017. Chicago. The Chicago Blackhawks announced a 3-year contract extension to Joel Quenneville on Tuesday, looking up the only active coach with 3 Stanley Cup titles. Dallas. Cleveland Cavaliers guard Mo Williams was excused by the team Tuesday to deal with the family situation and missed tonight's game against the Dallas Mavericks. Conor McGregor Isaac featured to promote his own fights. From Harbor, Florida, the comparisons are inevitable, if not necessarily comfortable for Jordan Spieth back into a tournament titles. Majors of money, however, puts the Avalanche Brisbane Tide adolescent in the Clemens Tigers in Monday's National Championship game 45-40 may have been more focused than they had coming in the contest than they were during the last year's college football playoff. Bernie Kosar isn't mad. The former Browns quarterback is just first, but Johnny Manziel still hasn't returned his calls. Former Butler big man Andrew Smith, a key player, and Brad Stevens, 2 teams went to the national title game died Tuesday after landing bailout grants at the age of 25. The Nevada State Athletic Commission today moved quickly to approve the settlement with a suspended UFC. Welterweight Diaz voted unanimously to reduce the one-time title challenge's 5-year suspension to 18 months with a $100,000 fine. Most traveled to Hawaii for vacation and escape from everyday life as Ronald Almy, however, is afforded no such luxury as. For it was here during 2015 Sunday opening. Almy got caught in a terrifying and huge event. He's returned to Hawaii after kidnapped and incident. The Pac-12 championship may have the most losses ever, but the conference has projected to send more teams than ever in the NCAA tournament. Dallas, the Cleveland Cavaliers traded guard Joe Harris to the Orlando Magic on Tuesday in a move that can save the Cavs. Or pace to have the second highest payroll in the league history, nearly $3 million luxury tax penalties. When the Green Bay Packers head coach Mike McCarthy spoke during his Tuesday press conference, he was willing to address the injury to wide receiver Devontae Adams of the fake team, but it did add much new information. New York Knicks forward Carmelo Anthony left Tuesday's game against the Boston Celtics early in the third quarter because of the right ankle sprain. And that's going to be it for Sports Minute this late Tuesday night, January 12, 2016. And how about the Wheaton Lions swim team? They men's and women's did very well. They won. Good night, and see you tomorrow.